I was trying to get a pretty shot for this opening, and then I noticed down there that there's somebody down there. So before this video gets started, we're gonna go see who that is. But yeah, welcome to the video, a Fallout 76 video, a different style than I normally do videos with. I kind of just want to show you. Well, we'll get into that. First, let's figure out what this person's doing out here. Let's see what this person's got going on.
Keep your eye out for danger. You never know who's watching.
Yeah, I'm the danger. Anyway, so yeah, welcome to Fallout 76. This is a if you don't know, this is the MMO based on the Fallout franchise, obviously, and it hasn't been getting good reviews through the years, though now it's up to mostly positive. The reviews tend to get better and better and better, but I'm here to talk about it because, well, I do rather enjoy this game, and one of the reasons why I enjoy this game is just how vast and beautiful the map is. If we open up our map and I just kind of scroll around, it's huge. It's absolutely insane how big this map is. There's so many locations, so many things to look at, and what this video is... Oh! I did not know this was here! And this is what I mean. This map is so vast, with so many unmarked POIs, points of interests, that you tend to find stuff like this. And now I hear gunfire. There's something down there. There's a dude fighting ticks. Wow, this is excellent. This is the kind of thing that I'm talking about when it comes to Fallout 76. The fact that there's just stuff everywhere. I wonder if this guy's got anything better to say.
I'll take another. Maybe just one more whiskey.
All right, well.
Have the scorched or the ferals done?
Anyway, don't know why I'm reloading. Alright, so what this video is going to be, like I said, it's very different than my usual videos that are scripted. This one's just going to be very on the fly, on the cuff, as I show you 10 of my, some of my favorite spots. They're not my top 10 favorite spots, because it was hard for me to decide. And to keep this video from being hours long, I settled it to 10. And the first one is actually where this video opened up, which is right here. This is a really cool spot, in my opinion. For reference, for those playing Fallout 76, we are up by Vault 51. I put a survival tent up here so I could easily get to it. But yeah, when I first played this game, when I first started playing, I wanted to put my base down somewhere that I thought would be super defendable. In fact, where my survival tent is up there, I think that's kind of where I built it back in the day. And I also liked it too because of this gorgeous view, and this game has a ton of good views. But this is one of the first areas I found that I thought was super interesting, especially since it is not a point of interest marker. So this is more of a nostalgic spot than anything, because there's not really anything... Oh, a plasma core. I'll take that. Because there's not really anything in here... Oh, another one. That you can't find anywhere else. There's not any kind of special loot. There's no holo tapes. There's no notes. There's really nothing here that you need to go out of your way to come up here for. I think it's kind of interesting, kind of funny that this skeleton guy is in a like an inner tube, and he's moving? Why is he moving? That's kind of freaking me out. But yeah, I find it interesting. This dude was kind of camping out in here. Oh, I'm thirsty. Give me 1 second. I do, this is the kind of place that I wish I could make in Fallout, what has this, like, natural overhang. And I like that, you know, it has this little path. And I think originally, back then, that's how I found this place, was I was just kind of following the paths, walking around, which is very fun to do in this game. But yeah, not like there's anything here. There's no reason I think you should visit this location. But yeah, this is a good one to start off with because it just describes one of the many reasons this is an enjoyable experience. If you're just going to walk around the map and not fast travel everywhere, you will find things like this. And yeah, we can sit in the chair. Get a little vibe going. We got a dirty ashtray. Sweet. Got our corpse that's still moving, but yeah. But now to the next spot, which is also an unmarked POI. And I don't have a tent over there, so this is going to take a bit of running, so I shall return. I was on my way to the next location, and, you know, I come across this little view right here. And this game is just super pretty, in my opinion. It's a huge map. It's really, really big, and it's kind of impressive. But yeah, I just saw that little view, and thankfully, we're actually to our next location that I had in mind, which is this place. I'm not entirely sure what to call this. There's a guy here. I usually refer to this to my friends I play this game with as the Lovebirds Treehouse. He's yapping about something. And the reason I do that is because the first time I found this place... oh, it was a birdwatcher's note. He's talking about watching birds. But the first time I found this was at nighttime, and there was a man and a woman sitting in these chairs, and they were wearing nice suits, and the guy was talking about how they were like on a date, so to speak. And I just found it interesting. I guess, you know, I don't know. I don't know what I guess. I don't know why this is here. I don't know what relevance this has, but it's a really good spot. The view's kind of obscured by the trees, but I guess if this man was watching birds, then it's the best spot. And he's yapping. This dude just won't shut up. Oh, he's unkillable. All right, well, but yeah, this place, it's another example of there's really no reason to come up here unless you come up here during the thing I described, where there's like people on a date up here at nighttime. It's very pretty with all the lights, but this game you can't control the time manually. And so we're just kind of here in the daytime. I could have waited till night, but I'm just going to get out of the way now. But and for reference, we are right here on the map. That's where we are located, still by Vault 51, in the forest area, the newbie area. And I think I know where I'm going to take us to next. So out here in what's called the swamp or the mire is this giant treehouse city. Now, the game does bring you here on quest lines, but for reference, just in case maybe you're somebody who hasn't got that deep in the game yet, we are right here in the mire, right by the water, by these trees. But the game does bring you here, so you don't have to go out of your way to go find it. And it's already kind of a cool looking area. But what I like about this is that I like that it is this elaborate set of tree houses, almost like like the Ewok village of Star Wars. And this is the first time that I really want to give... I've been praising this game. I'm talking about how much I like it. But this is the first time that I really want to kind of criticize this game. I'm not like a blind follower of Fallout 76. I love this game, but I'll be the first to admit it's got a lot of issues. And one of the main issues is that when you have a cool location like this with all these NPCs, once the quest line that brings you here is done, there is no reason to come back. You could come back to loot up the place because there's stuff kind of all over the place, and some reliable spawns, like going back up here. This combat rifle's kind of always here, so if you ever wanted to, like, you know, scrap a bunch of them to get a certain attachment or whatever, you know where to find it. But besides just coming over here to loot, even though there's much better places, there's real no reason to come back. And that's a shame to me. And it would have been really easy to fix that by having vendors here or shops here or something like that. Or just have more side quests. There is a ton of vendors in this place, and yet nobody gives any missions besides the main one. And I was yapping and I grabbed this banjo out of habit. But that aside, it's a very vibey place. I really like how designed it is. Oh, I fell. I like how designed it is. It kind of just goes on forever. There's all kinds of little nooks and crannies. I showed you the spot with the instruments that I was playing, but there's also this little area. Oh, I did not mean to do that. I meant to jump. There's also this, like, these little areas like this on the side, but there's one over there that has, like, a jukebox and stuff. Like, hold on, let me get over there.
Like the fog. Even just a mist makes it harder to see.
Like, you got stuff like over here where it's called the bar, and there's all kinds of... Oh, old possum. There's all kinds of people over here. There's a little bar, there's a little plushie, but there's no one... No, I'll take that submachine gun. There's no one here to, like, sell you booze. It would add a little bit more to it if there's a guy here you could buy drinks from, but they don't even have that. Probably, though, the most hilarious, interesting part of this is this person over here. It's a very well-decorated room. With all kinds of plushies and drugs, apparently, and books, explosives cabinet. She has her own little bathroom, and she thinks she's a vampire. Where's that radio? Look how she's dressed.
Hey there, the name's Sarah Matthews. What you need?
Why are you wearing a vampire costume?
Can't you tell that I'm the vampire queen of the universe? Where would you want? Be whoever you want to be, regardless of what other people think.
And yeah,
Cool beans.
that's kind of the extent of it. And this is in the retreat. It's cool, man. She's got little action figures and stuff, and yeah, I like this a lot. And it's kind of funny because I've wondered this place many times. She's like the only one with her own room. You're not gonna find someone else with their own room. Like here, you got a mattress laying on the ground with couches and then a bed right there. There's a cat.
Jump up here?
His name was Bonkers. Hello, Bonkers. But yeah, I find it funny that the vampire lady has her own room and like no one else does. But yeah, I like this. I think this is a cool little area. I just wish there was a reason to come back when right now there is absolutely no reason whatsoever you would ever come here after it's over. So that's a shame, but that is the retreat. And the other location I have is actually not too far away. It's actually right across the way. So we're going to go ahead and just run over there. Was that a Nuka-Cola Cherry? Yes, it is. So we're going to kind of run over there now. And this next location is a church. And this is where we're going to get into my favorite locations that are kind of scary. Well, this is really the only one on the list that's kind of scary. But I already like, just look at that. Let's just stand back and take this in. Like, I don't know what's happening to me. Let's just take this in. Very spooky. Definitely not welcoming, which is the inversion of what a church is supposed to display. But let's clear out the bugs. I'll clear out some enemies, and then I'll kind of give you the grand tour. Okay, so yeah, spooky church. I'm pretty sure there's more enemies in here, but we're gonna go through this little area. Yep, there's more enemies. But you got this little room, and a lot of what I like about this is the lore around it. I won't spoil anything for those who want to venture out here. And again, just in case I didn't explain it, we are directly across from the retreat. And there's all kinds of stuff in here. There's usually a note right here that I've already taken. But an interesting thing is that there is a vault dweller right here. And you don't see a whole lot of vault dwellers lying around, corpses or anything. So I find that kind of interesting about that. Oh, look, I actually didn't take this note when I was over here. Some letters. Ooh, a Wendigo. Okay, where did he go? Oh, there he is. Cool. Another funny thing about this area, oh, bobblehead, is this little computer right here. Skig's terminal. And look at the top there. Skig rules. And yeah, you can there's all kinds of lore, but it's just that top part that kind of cracks me up. It makes me super laugh every time I see that. But yeah, it's a spooky church. I like it because it's kind of creepy and where'd that other one go? Where'd the other one go? But yeah. It's a very, you got the vines that are just kind of like overgrowing everything. You got organ music playing in the background if you can hear it. Over the battle music because there's still an enemy around. But yeah, it's just very, very interesting. And then if we go down here, there is some loot, but for the most part, it's just more ruins. And yeah, I find it's I find this is like an interesting spot. Always mesmerized by this spooky little church. And yeah. There he is. Yeah, that's those two spots there. Haven Church and the Retreat. Alright, so the next thing I want to talk about is just Red Rocket gas stations in general. There's a lot of Red Rocket gas stations in the game, and I kind of went to this one because it's very close to where we just were, and I knew how to get to this one. Because none of them are marked on the map. This one's marked on the map mainly because we have the rest stop thing right next to it, or this little location kind of attached to it. So it gives it this kind of POI status because there's stuff in here to find and all kinds of goodies and whatnot. But the main thing that I want to discuss is the gas stations, and these are all over the map. I'll probably run into another example on our journey that I can show off, but they're all ruined, they're all destroyed, obviously, I guess. But one of the interesting things is that the developers put stash boxes in all of them, and stash boxes, for those who don't play this game, is where you can access you only get 1200 space. As you see, I'm kind of down to, I don't have much space left really, and they put them in every single gas station. And not sure why they felt the need to do that, but I don't mind. But you can always find candy. You can always find random stuff in here. I don't know. I just like gas stations in video games. I like gas stations in real life as well. I'm just I like gas stations. Yeah, and I think this is a really cool spot within the game. And then they're all over the map. And like I said, if I run into another one on this journey, I'll show you another one because they are differently laid out. They're not copy and pasted. I mean, they look similar, and I think this layout's in another one, but yeah, I really do love Red Rocket gas stations. Reminds me of real life. I'm constantly going to gas stations. I have a gas guzzling truck. I'm always getting gas, and I have my opinions, man. Let me tell you, like, for example, I think Sheetz is massively overrated. The food's not great. I'd rather just have one of those sausage biscuits that are just like under the heat lamp than get one of the Sheetz meals. And I like QT. QT would be one of my favorites. I like QT a lot. And then also like what I'm going to call the mom and pop gas stations. You know, I really hate those gas pumps that play the videos or whatever. You know, here's some news. Country music never heard of or whatever. And my mom and pop gas stations, it's just a machine that looks like it's going to steal my credit card and a redneck saying good morning to me while I buy my, my vices. I don't know why. I don't know why we went up on all this, but yeah. Red Rocket gas stations. I like them. I like them a lot, and we'll probably find more as we go along. But for now, I'm just going to keep going southward. We'll go ahead and talk about the next location I have in mind, which is the overgrown Sundew Grove in the Cranberry Bog. A beautiful, beautiful opening shot. I see an enemy in there. Awesome. But this is the Cranberry Bog, where Scorched Beasts and an albino Deathclaw hang out. You know what? I'm just going to preemptively... Cranberry Bog is like the most dangerous place in the game. So we're just going to go... Good lord, what's happening in front of me? Let's go see what's happening in here. Because I'm hearing explosions and stuff. Let's go, see what we got going on in here. Oh, it's a sheep squatch. There we go. All right. Oh my God. All right, now that that's over, we can talk about this location. So let's go back to the outside again, so you can kind of see it from the outside again. Keep an eye out for that albino Deathclaw. He's over there. He ain't bothering anybody. Okay, so get this overgrown tree thing. It looks really cool. It's all bright, and then when you go into it, it's very dense. It's very overgrown, as the map says. And then deep inside here, you'll find this house that's kind of got caught in it and has been overgrown in it. And I just think stuff like this is awesome. Trees kind of growing up out of the middle. I love ruins like this where the overgrowth took over. One of the reasons why Last of Us had really good locations, in my opinion, because everything was overgrown. Usually in the Fallout world, we just get everything's been destroyed and bombed out and ruined by the nuclear bombs. But typically, you don't see stuff like this where it's all just kind of overgrown. And I don't know. I really, really like this spot. It's one of my favorite spots in the bog. I usually don't come down to Cranberry Bog a whole lot, but this is really, 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 really lovely, in my opinion. Alright, so this hit me when I was kind of walking around, getting ready to show you the other locations, and I was thinking about how in the Cranberry Bog, I've always tried to build bases down here, and keep them in the overworld, and see if they could defend themselves against Scorched Beasts, and my base always got destroyed. And I was always looking for another spot to live in the Cranberry Bog where it was away from the Scorched Beasts. Scorched Beasts, if you don't know, are giant dragon-looking thingies, giant bats, whatever. But I was always contemplating this little area right here. It's at the very edge of the map. We're right here. And, you got this little water feature. And when I was running around looking for a spot like this, by the way, that's a cultist shrine over there. That's what that is. They worship the Mothman, for those who don't play this game. The Mothman's in the game. But when I was over here contemplating putting a base right here and wondering if I wanted to do it, and I still may, I've contemplated it. I've seen this right here. I noticed this little hole, and as I was like, "Huh, that's interesting." Kind of went over there. Got some brain fungus, but then you got a body up here. A dude laying up here with a duffel bag. Can't believe I'm trying to get out of this with the power armor on. But yeah, there's a little skeleton up there. Right underneath this thing, and I don't know why I like this so much. I like that just random stuff like this is in the game, in the map. There's kind of everywhere. I don't know how many people know that that's there. I mean, it's pointless. There was nothing in the duffel bag as you saw when we went by it, but I think it's just excellent that kind of thing can happen in this game. I mean, how many things are out there that are just unseen? I mean, look at this little bridge right here. How many people have walked across this bridge? This is the first time I might be walking across this bridge. I don't know. It's very, very cool. All the mini locations. I like this spot a little bit right here. This might not be a bad spot for a house in the bog, but yeah, I just love how much there is to find in a map of this size. But we'll go ahead and go down the list to the next location that I had planned on showing you all. I'm looking at my list right now, and I think I know where we're going to go. And we're here. This, on the map, is called the Devil's Backbone. And I really, really, really like this spot. It's got a little water there. It's got this really dangerous road going alongside this really gorgeous view of the mountains. And what it really reminds me of is the Blue Ridge Parkway. Now, this game does take place in what they call Appalachia, but it takes place in West Virginia. And for newcomers to the channel, or if you don't remember, I live in North Carolina, and I live pretty close to the Appalachian Mountains. And this right here just really reminds me of various parts of the Blue Ridge Parkway, and it being called the Devil's Backbone reminds me of places named stuff like the Tail of the Dragon and other dangerous roads that could be found in the mountains that people know about. But yeah, and it's interesting too, because right now we're facing the Cranberry Bog where we were, and you can just kind of see all down in there. It's just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful view. And this whole region of the map that we're standing in right now is called the Savage Divide, from about right here all the way up. And there's just full of gorgeous, gorgeous views, because it is the mountains of this map. And I really like Devil's Backbone. It reminds me of the Linville Viaduct in North Carolina. And hey, it looking so destroyed right now. Parts of the Blue Ridge Parkway look like this after Helene, you know. So it has a kind of a double meaning to me, seeing this little spot. And I just find it interesting that this is a POI as well. It's not just part of a random road. I feel like some creator put a lot of time into this and was like, man, I really like this. Make it a POI. Make it a spot that people can fast travel to. But yeah, if we keep going up this road, it goes away from all the views and up further into the mountains. But there's this little like side road right here that's not paved, not dirt, and it reminds me of the locations on the Blue Ridge Parkway where people would pull off on to get beautiful views. You know, we can come out here to the edge of this thing, and you would just see all kinds of pretty stuff. We got a little base down there, a little Blood Eagle camp, and we can just see all of Cranberry Bog. That city right there is called Watauga. I'm pretty sure there's a Red Rocket gas station in there. We may go check it out. But yeah, very, very cool spot. I love it a lot. I love this little trail that goes down here. And this is where, you know, 500 people would be, because they're all wanting to camp and go by the water and do things. So here we go. This is Camden Park. Theme parks are awesome. I used to go to Carowinds like every other month. Theme parks in the South are always small and sketch. Oh, Carowinds is not sketchy. Well, I don't know. There was one moment where they got in trouble. Okay, I don't remember hearing that voice. This is the park, and what we gotta do to show you what I like about this place is we gotta get up on the roller coaster itself. Now I have the ability to jump high. Oh, excuse me. So we're gonna skip off away from all the scorched and go straight to my point. But yeah, you can run around this little roller coaster much easier when you can jump like I can. And one of these railway cars, I think it's that one over there. One of these railway cars is something interesting that I'm going to show you. Yeah, so on this guy here, these two bodies right here on this cart at Camden Park, there's a bag. And in the bag says Westbridge Key. Now, I've never had the game bring me here. I've never had an objective point this out. One day, me and a friend were just kind of screwing around, running around, looking for stuff. And we happened to find that key. And what that key goes to is somewhere at the bridge. I think it said Westgate, right? So if we go to the bridge. So here you have the giant bridge, which looks really good in this fog and rain, actually. Yeah, I like that. And if we go down underneath it, as I was saying, if we go up underneath it, we find this. Oh God! I'm trying to do a video. We find this door, and we unlock it with our key, and inside of it, power armor usually spawns. Now this is a garbage power armor set. So I'm not I'm not doing this location any favors, but oh my lord, it scared me. But you will find power armor in here reliably. Oh my God, there's another one coming. But yeah, you will find power armor in here usually. Kind of questionable on what kind it is or how good it is, but usually there's a fusion core in it. But yeah, I've never been brought here by an objective or brought here by a mission. This is something that on one of my other characters, me and a friend, we were just kind of bored, just wandering around, you know, just kind of goofing off, and happened to find it while going up and down that roller coaster. And yeah, this is really, really neat that this is here. And I find it as a nice area, and it's an added bonus that it's part of the bridge. You have to go to the amusement park, which is cool in itself, and then here we're at the bridge, which looks very, very, very moody in this weather. And then inside of it, you find this little area, and I like it a lot. There's even a spot to do some crafting if the need were to arise, and I just find that interesting. But yeah, that's all I had for this video. This is just something that I've been wanting to do for a while. Just kind of a cozy video showing off some of the areas I like in Fallout 76. I definitely been wanting to talk about this game, as I do enjoy it. It has a lot of issues, has a lot of problems. I only talked about the specific one being the fact that there's no reason to go back to the retreat, but no, this game has a lot of issues. But when it's on sale for $10 or however much it goes on sale, I find it worth it. It's come a long way. I'm enjoying it. Right now we're in a new season. It's all about ghoul stuff. It's not a great season, and I'll kind of show why in a second. But while I was doing this outro, I wanted to show you this little spot right here. This is a... Oh my God. This was a spot that I always found kind of humorous. Because on the bridge, somebody put this little thing out here. Put a banjo on it. And it in itself is a lovely view. But yeah, I enjoy this game a lot. I'm not a big fan of the ghoul update. As you can see, I'm not ghoulified. But I enjoy this game a lot. I have about 200 hours in it. It's multiple characters because I like to start over from fresh from time to time. But yeah, I recommend it if you want a big map to explore, things to find, things to look out for. And yeah, I don't know. I enjoy it. Maybe you would too. When it goes on sale, why not give it a go? And yeah, But yeah, I could talk about this game for hours, not just about locations, but I could do a video describing its problems and issues very easily. I could talk about some interesting quest lines, some interesting things I have found. I could just play this game, man. Any excuse to play it. And so if you want to hear more about Fallout 76, let me know in the comments. And this is the first time I did a video like this where I'm just kind of no script freeballing, talking about the areas that I like. If this is something that you find interested in, that you think you'd like to see me do more of, there's plenty of open world games with locations that I wouldn't mind talking about. But until next time, I'll see you in the next episode, wherever that may be, and I'm just going to keep playing some Fallout 76.